Why did the pirate not talk to his girlfriend?
Why?
They got into an argument. Hey, why did the pirate not talk to his dog? They got into an argument as well.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video where I actually commit suicide. Sea of Thieves, also known as
Wait, go right.
is a new game made by the company Rare, known for badass games like Donkey Kong Country, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and Banjo-Kazooie. But then most of the key employees left, and now we're stuck with Rare, and not Where, because they're nowhere to be found. You see what I did there? It's pretty good. It's pretty good, right? Like, come on, come on. Come on. Come on! Anyways, Sea of Thieves. If you're looking for a game where you're cast out to the sea with only your ship's crew to find treasure, fight for loot, and defend it all against other crews lest you be sent to Davy Jones' locker, this be the game for you. Also, it's really easy to make you want to talk like a pirate for a majority of the game. Basically, it's a pirate MMO, except you can't upgrade your characters besides giving them cosmetics. Which is stupid. But this pistol looks sick though. I've been playing this game ever since the beta dropped, and it's a lot of fun, but honestly, when you're depressed and you're just trying to find any way to distract you from your real life, any game can be fun. So, you know, take that opinion with a grain of salt. You might think unburying treasures isn't that great, or fighting off skeletons, or picking up different fucking animals randomly scattered around the map over and over and over might get boring. Because it does, but that's just half the game. The real fun is when you have a lot of loot and people know you have a lot of loot, so now you have to defend your ship before they take your shit, or when you see another ship that also has lots of chests, it becomes an all-out war. That's when the true game comes out, fighting against other players to defend your bounty so you can turn it into an outpost before they sink your ship and then go to the merchants and do it all over again. Saying it back, it really sounds like that there's not a lot to do in the game. Because there isn't. So you start off the game by picking your name and character. Now, obviously, I am of a superior knowledge, which is why my name is a low gang maverick, because you got a dab on the seas, if you know what I mean. Because I sure as hell don't. I don't think that's what sharks are supposed to do. So after you're done picking your name, you gotta select your character, which is pretty lackluster. You've got a bunch of rundown, hardened characters and Big Bertha. None of the characters in the game look even remotely attractive to where Shadman could even draw up something that'd make you question your sexuality. But regardless, whatever character you pick, that's the character you're sticking with for the rest of the game, so you gotta choose wisely. And once you're done, once you've got everything ready, you're cast out onto an island and you're ready to start your pirating adventure. By going to every merchant you can and buying the same quests over and over again. This game costs $60. But even though it's easy to start playing, Sea of Thieves has a very high skill floor. Not in trying to get the sails right, steering the ship, fighting against enemies, or looking for the treasure, but in navigating your way through the Microsoft Store. Now, unfortunately, this game can't be purchased and downloaded through the standard Steam client we all know and love, filled with hundreds upon thousands of early access games that will probably never see the light of coming out of beta. So instead, you're stuck with this shitty Microsoft Store and Xbox app to get the game running and to add friends to play with. You've got an activity feed where you can view wonderful posts such as or where you can type into it yourself. For example, this app sucks donkey dick. There's two different types of boats in this game. Look at them. Beautiful. Oh, just beautiful, wonderful, amazing. You've got a galleon that holds up to 4 people and a sloop that holds up to 2, or for 1 player, if you want to play the game by yourself. Spoiler alert, not very fun to do. A sloop is fun with only 2 people, but the real fun comes out when you're on a galleon fighting other players and everyone's getting in sync to shoot down the other ships. You've got to get your crew to turn the sails to catch the wind, lower the anchor to do a sharp U-turn, get everyone to raise it back up again, shoot off the cannons when they're right next to you to sink their ship, have someone patch up the boards at the bottom of your ship to make sure it doesn't sink, and when you're fucking desperate as shit, you just ram the other ship. The battles in this game are incredibly exciting and gets hype as fuck for about 3 minutes until one of the crews gets bored. And then you just both sail away. Again, this game costs $60. The water in this game is It's really nice. In fact, the entire look of the game is really beautiful, so you have to applaud Rare for that. There's nothing like just staring out into the sea, playing the music on your instruments, and just listening. It's an extremely beautiful game. Also, if you swim deep enough into the ocean, Subnautica starts opening up on your computer, which is a pretty nice feature and some nice bonus content. Now, you're sailing the seas, you're playing with your friends, but you're probably wondering, what's the point of the game? What are you actually supposed to do? And the answer is this. Nothing. You're not supposed to do anything. Let me explain. Sea of Thieves has no storyline because you're basically making your own storyline. You have some quests from different merchants that you can go up to in order to help guide you along the way, but there's really nothing you have to do. If you want to take your crew and just constantly fight other ships, go for it. If you want to sail your ship into the Cursed Skull Island event in order to get rammed by 3 other teams, go for it. If you want to blow up your friends with a powder keg, go for it.
Oh my god.
I'll kill us all! Oh, I know, damn it!
It's really up to your team on what your goal is in the game. And playing with people on this open world map is just so much fun if they use mics. If they don't use mics, why are you not using mics in video games nowadays? What the fuck is wrong with you? There's merchants at every outpost located on your map, and there's 3 different factions in total. You've got the swindling piece of shit that will usually get you to travel miles on your ship, only to dig up a crappy castaway chest to sell for 75 doubloons. Herbert, your days will soon be numbered with my anger, equivalent of 1,000 waterfalls. There's also the voodoo cunt who makes you kill off a bunch of skeletons leading up to its captain, and the merchant chick who has you go off to different islands in order to pick up chickens and pigs to sell to another island. Each merchant can be leveled up, and as you gain more reputation with them, you're able to gain better chests and have the quest become more complicated. For example, the hoarder gives you a map, you find the X and you dig up the treasure. But as you level him up, he starts to also give you riddles, and then you have to go to different parts of an island and hold up your lantern or play music and unlock the next piece of the puzzle. Sea of Thieves be what you play, but in the end, your mom gay. Fuck me, they got me again. I've had riddles that took me about 30 minutes to figure out, and when I finally did, oh, would you look at that, a fucking castaway chest. Ooh, boy. Woo, boy. I love these shitty castaway chests. Since the chests are fucking randomized on what you'll get, why do you even put this in here once you get past level 20? Just fucking take them away, Jesus Christ. I'd rather just leave the chest there and pick up a powder keg to sell for twice as much. Fuck you, Herbert. Just fuck you, man. And that's pretty much the extent of where that goes. The skeleton bitch gives you harder skeletons to fight, and the merchant chick, I have no idea because those quests are fucking boring as shit. You can also find messages in a bottle on other islands or sunken ships in order to gain more quests and add more gold for when you cash everything in, along with various crates of tea, silk, skulls, and other shit. But why do any of that when you can just drink a bunch of alcohol and get your pirate drunk to the point where he starts throwing up everywhere, or you can also save it in a bucket to toss onto other people? It's really just the highlight of the game, to be perfectly honest. What else can we... there's 3 different resources you can get in the game. Cannonballs for your ship, wooden planks to repair your ship, and bananas. You use the planks to repair your ship, and you eat the bananas in order to heal. How bananas relate to anything about pirates, I have no fucking clue. Moving on. Back to the fun stuff, ship battles. In this game, it is great. It is amazing. You haven't played the game yet until you've climbed onto someone else's ship and killed their entire crew so you can steal it and drive into a storm to sink it into the bottom of the ocean. But it can also be completely fucked, specifically for how respawning works in the game. So when you die, you get sent to Davy Jones's locker and wait to respawn back onto your ship. But when you sink someone's ship, in order for them to get a new one, they have to get to the mermaid and they'll respawn on a different island, which sounds great, except you respawn basically within viewing distance of where your ship sunk, and you could just get back on your boat and ram the team that sunk you all over again. It gets really bad when you have a lot of loot, and apparently while making this video, they already put out a patch to fix this problem, so, you know. Good job, Rare. Now, I've gotten shit in the past with doing a rating system, so from now on, no more rating systems, only yes and no. Should you buy the game? No. Fuck no. But yes.
It's right here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Press
the
F
treasure
to unlock.
Oh!
One small chest. Oh, a skeleton.
Oh! This game is fun. It really is. But is it worth $60? Hell no. It's barely even a completed game. It's basically a beta access game disguised as a full complete game. You can't buy any upgrades or anything that isn't cosmetic, or else it would destroy the battle system in the game. But I would still like simple upgrades like, you know, upgrading your shovel to dig faster or to give your telescope a farther zoom. I think those would be fine. Maybe adding in special RNG cosmetics that you can't get in the shop when you pick up a chest every once in a while. But it's been officially out for about a week, and it's nice that the developer developers are listening to what the community wants. Like how they were gonna add a death tax but then nixed it after the subreddit blew up about how much they hated the idea. Or how they're fixing the problem with ship spawning. So I'm excited to see what the game's going to offer over the rest of the year. But hands down, this game is not worth $60. As much as I like it, it's probably worth around $30, maybe even $40. So I suggest waiting until a couple of months when the price tag drops and then pick up the game, or use your Xbox Game Pass to see if you like the game or not. But the one thing that I just don't understand about the game, and honestly, it really hurt me that a company like Rare, who after being known for creating such amazing childhood memories, it just doesn't make sense. And I feel like it's really hurting the aspect of what this game is actually supposed to be like. Because listen, if Sea of Thieves is supposed to be a game all about being a pirate and doing what you wanted to do as a kid, completely immersing yourself in the entire game's experience of a world of pirating, then why the fuck is there no parrot I can purchase in the shop? What kind of half-ass pirate-ass game is this? This is bullshit!
Squeeze.
Woo! If you want more stuff, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Wow. Plus, we've got new merch in the store along with a Golden Crown hoodie. So go grab the merch in the store to help support the channel by clicking on the link in the description.